The shortest waiting times were in Merseyside, with 33,000 patients waiting, of which 16% had been on a list for more than 12 months.
The real problem is that some patients have no idea how long they're going to have to wait, but if you actually do have access to the figures, you see that in some places people are waiting for years for treatment, whereas in perhaps the neighbouring district they're not having to wait at all.
Albert Hickman has been waiting more than a year for a urinary tract operation at St Thomas's Hospital in London. He was told it would take 3 months, but since then it's been cancelled 5 times.
St Thomas's Hospital said they just haven't got the beds to have me in, and they keep having emergencies come in and I'll get pushed further and further back.
Ministers admit they're worried, but say their plans for the health service should help solve the problem.
We are concerned that those who are on the list should be able to receive swifter treatment. Key point is that under our reforms, then money will follow the patient. At the moment, so often, if there's a popular specialty, the money doesn't come with the patients.
Today's report doesn't include the number of people waiting for outpatient treatment. That would make the overall figures much higher. There's also little sign that waiting lists will fall during the coming year, when every health authority in the country has to get rid of its debts before the government's plans for the health service come into force in 1991, leaving many hospitals with no choice but to cut the number of operations they can carry out.
The government has announced changes to its proposals for the future of independent television. The broadcasting bill is being amended, so franchises will not automatically go to the highest bidder. There will also be guarantees on religious and children's programmes. Labour welcomed the changes, but said they did not go far enough.
Selling TV franchises to the highest bidder was a key proposal in the broadcasting bill. But today the government announced that a company offering a lower cash bid might get a licence to broadcast on Channel 3 if the quality of its programming was exceptionally higher than that of the company putting up the most money. In addition, television companies will now have to include a suitable amount of children's programming and religious programming. The government says regional news will have to be of high quality, like national and international news.
Taken together, these amendments will, I am convinced, give reassurance to all those who have expressed any concern at all about the quality requirements in the bill.
Labour welcomed the government's concessions on children's and religious programmes, but the opposition said that the changes in bidding for franchises did not go far enough to guarantee high-quality commercial television.
There's been more fighting between security forces and demonstrators in the South African homeland of Bophuthatswana. The South African army has threatened to intervene to restore order. The demonstrators in Bophuthatswana want an end to the homeland system, which the ANC regards as a symbol of apartheid. It's thought the unrest was prompted by the military coup in Ciskei at the weekend, which ousted the government there.
Today's barricades from yesterday's destruction. Confrontation today has been on a much smaller scale, but again Bophuthatswana's Homeland Defence Force has moved in, firing live ammunition. For years, Bophuthatswana's black government has been accused of violence and torture, and today's ferocity shows South Africa's partial liberalisation is definitely not on offer here. Local people justify the wholesale destruction of shops and businesses and yesterday's looting, saying that white owners were targeted deliberately to show President de Klerk that change cannot be confined to South Africa, that the homeland leader, President Mangophe, must go now. But President de Klerk is offering his troops to reinforce President Mangophe, although the South African government says none has so far been sent in, and we saw none today. Anger against these local security forces, against the whole homeland system, is still intense. But President de Klerk isn't about to abandon the homelands policy. The South African government hopes to use the homelands as a bargaining chip around the negotiating table, to bargain away in exchange for concessions from the ANC. James Robbins, BBC News, Bophuthatswana.
Well, we're now going back to tonight's anti-poll tax demonstration at Hackney in North London, where there have been running battles between the police and about 1,000 protesters. Our reporter Justin Webb is there. Justin, what's the latest?
Well, the latest is that those running battles over the last half hour or so have been continuing in the area around Hackney Town Hall. The area immediately next to the Town Hall has been virtually cleared by police. They've pushed people away and they've pushed them into the streets on each side. It's quite clear from what I can hear that those battles have been going on. There have been many arrests made. I've spoken to a senior officer who said he had no idea exactly how many, but he described the situation as chaos. Within the last minute or so, it has appeared to me that the demonstration has subsided to an extent, and people are walking again peaceably through the main street here outside the town hall.
Justin, thank you very much indeed. More on Newsnight tonight on BBC Two at 10:30, but that is the 9 o'clock news tonight. Good night.